Breaking news: traditional powers restored, economic challenges highlighted, and market movements in Nigeria. In today's news, we explore significant events that are shaping Nigeria and beyond. From traditional authority being restored in Edo State to demands for economic relief, as well as market updates and concerns about a looming debt crisis, the latest developments offer a snapshot of the country's evolving landscape. We also delve into China's fiscal policies and their implications, as well as social controversies involving high-profile celebrities. Stay tuned as we provide in-depth analysis of these important stories that affect both local and international audiences. Clark commends CJN over verdict on Onigen. In a recent letter, prominent elder statesman Edwin Clark has commended Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Oluwakayode Kekirikan over the verdict concerning former Chief Justice Walter Onigen. Clark's praise for Justice Kekirikan highlights what he views as a courageous decision, reaffirming the independence and fairness of Nigeria's judicial system. This comes amidst controversies surrounding judicial conduct, and Clark's public endorsement is seen as an important gesture of support for the judiciary's integrity. Clark's statement underscores the importance of accountability within Nigeria's legal system. By praising the CJN, he has drawn attention to the need for impartiality and upholding justice, especially in high-profile cases. The Onigen case had captured national interest, and the outcome serves as a benchmark for future legal proceedings involving top government officials. Obaseki probe called a smokescreen by Osagie. Osagie, a prominent critic, has dismissed the probe into Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki as a mere smokescreen to cover up Ekpebelo's alleged incompetence. According to Osagie, the investigation is nothing more than an attempt to divert public attention from the failings of Ekpebelo's administration. He argues that rather than focusing on superficial issues, the government should address the deeper problems affecting the state. The accusation adds to the growing controversy surrounding the governance of Edo State, with many questioning the motives behind the probe. For citizens, the conflicting narratives only add to the uncertainty about whether their leaders are genuinely acting in their best interest or simply playing political games. This incident highlights the challenges in holding government officials accountable amid conflicting interests and accusations. Governor Ekpebelo restores Oba of Benin's powers. Edo State Governor Ekpebelo has restored the full powers of the Oba of Benin, abolishing the traditional councils that were created by former Governor Obaseki. This decision was made in an effort to honor the historical significance of the Oba's role and return to the traditional structures that have long defined Edo's governance. Many traditional leaders have praised the decision, seeing it as a move towards respecting Edo's cultural heritage. The restoration of the Oba's authority has been met with a mix of jubilation and debate. Supporters argue that traditional leaders are crucial for maintaining cultural values and ensuring effective local governance, while critics claim that this may sideline more modern, progressive governance approaches. Nonetheless, the move is seen as a significant shift in how traditional institutions and state governments interact, with potential implications for local governance across Nigeria. Biafra, Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu's stance. The ongoing Biafra movement has seen a new chapter as Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, responded to the actions of Simon Ekpa. Ekpa has been accused of deviating from the core principles of the Biafran struggle, with many seeing his actions as detrimental to the cause. Nnamdi Kanu, while still imprisoned, has made it clear that he disapproves of Ekpa's methods, calling for discipline and adherence to peaceful advocacy. The divide between Kanu and Ekpa reflects broader tensions within the movement, raising questions about its leadership and direction. Many IPOB supporters are now divided on whose vision they should follow. As the movement struggles for cohesion, this internal disagreement could weaken its influence and make it harder to achieve its goals of self-determination. NANS urges Tinubu to review economic policies. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has called on President Bola Tinubu to urgently review current economic policies to provide relief for citizens. NANS highlighted the growing difficulties faced by Nigerians, particularly students, due to rising living costs and high unemployment rates. They emphasize that the government needs to introduce measures to reduce inflation and stabilize the economy. The student body's plea is a reflection of the broader economic challenges facing Nigeria. As inflation rates soar and household expenses increase, citizens are feeling the pressure of day-to-day survival. By urging the government to take action, NANS is echoing the sentiment of many Nigerians who want to see immediate steps towards economic stability and better living conditions. 128 motorcycles impounded for illegal operations in Lagos. Lagos state authorities have impounded 128 motorcycles for operating illegally. The crackdown, which took place across various parts of the city, is part of the state's ongoing efforts to enforce traffic laws and regulate commercial activities. Authorities stated that the impounded motorcycles were being operated without the necessary permits, posing risks to both riders and pedestrians. This action has garnered support from those who believe in law and order, but has also raised concerns among low-income citizens who rely on motorcycle transport for their livelihoods. The state government has emphasized that safety remains a priority and that regulations must be followed to maintain order on the roads. The incident sheds light on the challenges of balancing enforcement with providing economic opportunities for residents. Dangote Refinery reduces PMS price to appreciate Nigerians. Dangote Refinery has announced a reduction in premium motor spirit, PMS, prices, describing the move as a gesture to thank Nigerians for their support. The price cut comes as a surprise to many consumers, especially amid fluctuating global oil prices. Dangote Refinery, which recently began operations, aims to alleviate some of the financial burden on citizens by making fuel more affordable. This price reduction has been welcomed by citizens, who have been dealing with the high cost of living and frequent fuel price hikes. By reducing PMS prices, Dangote is not only gaining goodwill but also contributing to the stabilization of transportation costs across the country. This move may prompt other players in the oil sector to follow suit, potentially leading to a broader reduction in fuel prices. Stock market gains amid mixed trading predictions. The Nigerian stock market recorded a 0.11% increase week-on-week, as analysts predict mixed trading in the coming weeks. The marginal gain reflects investors' cautious optimism amid economic uncertainties. Market analysts attribute the rise to increased local investor participation and a slight improvement in market sentiment following some favorable government policies. However, experts have warned that the market could experience volatility in the coming weeks due to both domestic and international economic factors. Investors are advised to stay informed and make cautious decisions as market conditions remain unpredictable. Despite the modest gain, the stock market's performance is an important indicator of investor confidence in the Nigerian economy. Avoiding a debt crisis, experts warn Nigeria. Economic experts have raised alarms, urging Nigeria to take decisive steps to avoid a debt crisis. With rising national debt levels, analysts warn that the country could face severe economic consequences if immediate actions are not taken to manage borrowing. The call comes at a time when public debt has reached alarming levels, leading to concerns about the country's ability to sustain growth while servicing its debt. Experts have recommended fiscal discipline, improved revenue generation, and strategic debt management as essential measures to stave off a crisis. The government's current borrowing strategy, if unchecked, could lead to economic instability and reduce Nigeria's ability to invest in critical sectors such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. For many Nigerians, avoiding a debt crisis is crucial to ensuring a stable economic future. China's fiscal revenue growth signals economic recovery. China's fiscal revenue growth has been cited as a sign of economic recovery gaining traction. Recent reports indicate that government revenue has increased, driven by improved business activity and consumer spending. This growth is being viewed as an early indication that China's economy is rebounding from previous downturns, with positive effects expected for both domestic and global markets. The recovery of China's economy could have significant implications for Nigeria, which has strong trade ties with the Asian giant. A stable Chinese economy could boost demand for Nigerian exports, particularly oil and natural resources, providing a much-needed boost to Nigeria's foreign exchange earnings. This is an encouraging sign for economies around the world that are closely tied to China's economic health. China's central bank injects $124 billion into banking system. In a bid to stimulate economic activity, China's central bank has injected $124 billion into the banking system through one-year policy loans. This move aims to ensure liquidity in the banking sector, support lending, and ultimately promote growth. Analysts view this as part of China's broader strategy to combat economic slowdown and strengthen the financial sector. The injection of funds is expected to ease credit conditions, making loans more accessible for businesses and consumers. The move has been welcomed by markets, as it reflects the central bank's proactive approach to maintaining stability. For countries like Nigeria, which rely on trade with China, a well-supported banking sector could mean improved trade financing and investment opportunities in the future. Local investors' participation in equities market reaches N$3.73 trillion. Local investor participation in Nigeria's equities market has hit N$3.73 trillion, reflecting increased confidence in the country's financial markets. Analysts have attributed this surge to recent reforms in the financial sector, as well as improved market accessibility for individual investors. The growing involvement of local investors is seen as a positive development, contributing to the market's overall resilience. The increased participation of local investors could have long-term benefits for Nigeria's economy, helping to deepen the financial markets and reduce reliance on foreign investments. By encouraging domestic participation, the country can create a more stable investment environment, less prone to the volatility that often accompanies foreign capital inflows. The growth in local investor activity signals a renewed belief in the potential of Nigeria's financial markets. D1 shares video criticizing Don Jazzy's donation. Controversy erupted as D1 shared a video alleging that Don Jazzy's family house does not match his public donations, including the recent N$100 million given to VDM. D1's comments have sparked mixed reactions on social media, with some users defending Don Jazzy's generosity and others questioning his priorities. The video has quickly gone viral, fueling debates about wealth, philanthropy, and the image of celebrities in Nigeria. While some see D1's criticism as an unnecessary attack, others believe it highlights the need for transparency in charitable donations. Don Jazzy, known for his philanthropic efforts, has not yet responded to the allegations. The incident has sparked a broader conversation about the responsibilities of public figures when it comes to wealth and giving back to society. From the restoration of traditional powers in Edo State to economic calls for reform, Nigeria is at a critical juncture. The Dangote refinery's gesture of lowering PMS prices and the rising participation of local investors in the stock market are positive developments that provide hope amidst the economic challenges. Meanwhile, international developments such as China's fiscal moves also have significant implications for Nigeria. As the country continues to navigate these changes, informed decision-making and collective action remain key to driving progress. If you found this news update insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of Nigeria's political, social, and economic developments. Stay informed and be part of the conversation shaping the future of our nation and beyond.